Hello guys, so welcome to another video of Grasshopper. In this video, we are going to see how to make this facade using the script. So before going into the video, I just want to say something like we are planning to post videos on the Grasshopper and Rhino on our YouTube channel from the basics, like from the basics to advanced level. I hope it will be so helpful for you guys. So see you on every Friday. So let's go into the video. So you can see, and I'll just adjust it and show. So we are going to do this facade. So you can see the facade is being basically controlled by three curves. One is this, the top curve, and another one is the middle curve, and another one is the base curve. So we are just creating a surface between these three curves. So now we will see how to make these three curves. So that's a major goal of this facade. So let's create a new file. Maybe this open file, new document. Okay. So let's change into perspective now. Let's open the cylinder. I need some surface. Like I don't go with the plain surface because plain surface. If I just do the plain surface and if you guys are wanted to do in some kind of fluid surface, it won't work. Whatever script I use in the plain surface won't work in 3D. So that's why I just use the cylinder. So some curved surface. Okay. So I'm just using surface so that I'm just setting one surface over. So what I'm generally basically doing is like I'm just creating the surface in Rhino, then I'm assigning this surface as the vector. So I'm just hiding this surface which I don't need. Now we can see the surface which has been assigned in Grasshopper. So I need to divide this surface into four segments. So you can see in the previous video, in the image, in the model which I showed, there is a division. So I'm going to do that first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use isotrim. So in this isotrim, I'm going to use the surface. I'm just connecting the surface over here. So you can see it's asking for the input value of surface as well as domain. So I'm just going to give divide domain. So divide domain square, no, not square. So I'm just giving here this connection to divide domain, the divide domain output connection to the domains. Now I'm using surface so I'm just connecting surface over here. Sorry. Before going that, I can turn on bifocal. So bifocal is a plugin which enables you to use the labels. It gives you a label, so it is a clear understanding for you. And if you want, I can turn the display mode to full name so that you will also have an idea. So I'm just connecting the surface to the domain. By default, this command has a count of U and V. That is, you can see in the yellow color box when I drag it, you can see one locally defined value is 10. So by default, but you can change the value by when you click on the canvas, and if you type any number, you will get the number slider. Or else, so I'm just dragging this over here, and maybe 4 something. So I just hide this because now you can see the surface being like it's been flipped. So now what I want is I want these two. You can see 4 segments, but I need to split this value into 2. Like I want these two and these two. Maybe you can use isotrim or else you can use list item in this case, but it's like you have 4 items and you want to separate into 2. I'll go with dispatch. Dispatch. So you can see I'm just giving the surface to over here list. So what technically dispatches do is like if like the surface, wait a sec. So you can see there is 4 untrimmed surface. Okay. So what it will do is it will make 2 untrimmed surface in list A and 2 untrimmed surface in list B. To be simple, like it by default, like you can change the dispatch pattern, but by default it just splitters into 2 pattern. Okay. So wait, I'll just show you. I just give the surface so that I can take this output from here, and you can see when I select this surface, you can see both the, I mean, these two has been created, and you can see these two has been it's been inputted in this surface. So when I click here, when I keep here, it also, when you the good thing in Grasshopper and Rhinos, like you will get to know what the commands basic basic ideology. You can see the meaning. You can see the, if there is a description of this command, like the dispatch the item in a list into 2 target list. So you, all the times when you don't, when you are like in confused, you just try to say what, try to see the message what it's trying to say. So just like that is the way I used to sort out the mistakes. So now I need panels, like I need to split this into quad panels, like so. Just I'm just keeping this aside. So whatever I'm going to do for, I mean for this surface, I'm just going to do the same. So what I can do is like I just make make a circuit for this, then I can copy it over here. So what I'm going to do is, as I said before, I need a quad panel. I mean a panel, so I can use quad panels. So in this I'm using surface, and it's asking for u and v value. Maybe I can give u as 100. Why? So I just hide everything. I just hide this one also. So I don't know, like whether you guys noticed in SketchUp, like in SketchUp, when you draw a circle, it's like when you zoom in, like when you zoom in, like it won't be a proper circle. It's kind of lines, like a polygon or something. Quadral. So the same, like we're just making the quad panel. So quad panel will literally makes the circle like n number of panels, like a flat panels. So you can see, I can, if I reduce, so it becomes like an hexagon. So you can see. So it, from the curve, like from the service which created, it gives you a quad mesh. Like just imagine if you have first you will make a parametrical glass or something, but the conceptually it might be a fluid glass. But when it comes to curtain, like you want a curtain wall, you know, in a parametrical way, it will be a flat surface, obvious. But so that's why, like when you convert into a parametric surface into a flat or grid surface, then that's called be like quad panels. We can use the quad panels. So I'm just changing it. So I'm just telling in a simpler way so that you understand the concept of each component. Because some relationship, what I'm trying to say may not be have a logic or something, but it gives you an idea. Like it has the same similar way. That's why I'm just trying to say it again and again. So now I need a range, because like now I'm going to use I'm just going to use the curve. I'm just going to create the curve. So for that, before I need to do a range. Okay, like so what I'm going to do is range. So in the range I'm going to give an maybe first I'm just connect the domain, I mean with the steps. So here I'm just trying to give an expression x plus 1 plus 1 x plus 1 commit change. So x plus 1 is like if the value is 100, so you can see the value is 100. So the value has been increased by 1 like all the time. So you can see the output. Wait a second. So I need like 100 strips. So but the strips, so you can see the 100 value. I give the value I give the value of 100, but when I give the expression, so by default like x is equal to x plus 1. So when this division, when the quadrant division is 100, but the range division will be plus 1. So I need the plus 1. So that's why, or else you can give like here you can give 100 and you can give you a separate number slider and you can give 101, but you need to change all the time. So but when I use this expression, whenever I change like just imagine 650. So here in quad panel the value is 50, but in the range the value will be always plus 1. So that's why we use expression, so that we can reduce the number of number sliders. Like we can use the here as like when you use expression, it has a relationship. Like here the value is being inputted as 96, but here the value is being inputted as 96 plus 1, that is 97. So that's why we use expressions like x minus 1, x plus 1, x into 1. So it's up to you. So I'm just using this control. Maybe I can finish it and I can do it again. So from the range, I'm going to use remap numbers. So I'm just using the value over here. Now I just use bounds. So now I'm going to connect it with graph mapper. So I'm just connecting the mapped one over here. And like as I said before, there are a lot of graphs types. Maybe I can go sign for now. So what I'm trying to do is, like as I said before, I'm just want a line. I mean want a curve over here. These are the basic steps. Like I need a proper range. Like I need the value to be adjustable. So that's why I'm just creating. So range is like when I give a line like saying one from the start point as 1 and the start point and the end point as 3, you get a value of 1 or like one set of value. But when I give like start point ranges from 50 to 80, so you have like around 30 values in the start point, as well as in the end point ranges from 20 to 30. So you have around 10 values in the endpoint. So the combinations when you do, like it can be anything. So it gives you the n number of options. So it is easy to adjustable like this. So that's why we use a range. You can give it by a simple default number, but it like it won't give you it will be always straight. So it doesn't have a lot of options when you do like that way. So what I'm going to do is like I'm just going to control C, just control C, control V. Okay. So in this, so I just created two things. Okay. So I just bring the squad over here and I just hide everything. Okay. So now we need the curves, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to construct points. So maybe I'll just first do it, then I'll explain so that you can see. I mean, wait, construct point. I. So you can see the panel coordinates. So now I'm just going to give the panel coordinates to x, maybe y, maybe 0. Sorry. I just give y is equal to 0. Now I'm just going to use ISO curve. So here it's asked for the surface. I can give the panel as the surface. Now UV point as the points. Now I'm just reparameterize this. So you can see the lines are being selected. Wait. And now I just need the curves from this. So I just use curve tool again. And maybe I'll just use the U ISO curve. So you can see the U ISO curve is the base. Maybe I can, when I give the B, you can see. So the V ISO curves are the line. So it gives, it's kind of two input values. So in this, I'm just going to flatten it. And I'm using curve again. And I'm going to craft it again. So you can see. So as I said before, I need 3 set of curves to create the facade. One is the base. So now the base is ready. So now I need to create the top and the middle. So that's why, because like I use graph mapper so for the top and the middle. So now from the panels which we did, I am going to use plane. So I'm just connecting the plane over here. From the plane, I'm just using vector. And I'm just giving flatten. So from vector, I'm going to use multiplication. So I'm giving to A. And from here, I'm just give the value maybe 1.0 or something. So now, so the base one, that is like ISO curve. I'm going to use ISO curve here. So from the top, that is from the quad panels, I'm just going to select here. And now I just reparameterize it. And now I just use constrict point. I use curve. Now I just use flatten. So I'm just using ISO curve over here. Now I'm just going to use move. So with the move, I'm just connecting the result from the multiplication over the motion, and I'm going to use the geometry over here. Wait, I'm just hide everything other. So you can see the point is, the curve has been created. Now I'm going to use curve. With the base. So when I select this, it gives us curve output. Okay. So now I just need to move this aside. So I'm just cross verifying the circuit. Yeah, reparameterize. Yeah, okay. So now I just need to do the same for the base. So what I'm doing is like I'm just creating construct points. Like I'm just taking the value of this to the y coordinates. Then I'm using the quad mesh and using the ISO curve to create curves, and I'm just extracting the curve from there. And I'm moving using the value from here. Like I'm using the panel and using this. I'm just getting the value. So what you can give the value of this by default, but it should have some relationship between this. So that's why I'm just taking the value from here and using multiplication. to increase the value. You can say if I use the B value, it increases the position. Now the same way, Control C, Control V, and now I just connect it over here. Now I use curve. Now I just connect it over here. Flatten. And if you don't know what is flatten and graphed, maybe I can like I'm planning to post the videos, basic videos for Grasshopper and Rhino from base. So we will explain all the stuffs from the scratch, so you can learn from there. And the tutorial is going to start from this week, Friday. Wait a sec. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is let's create a loft and see. So what is the mistake? I need the value to be raising up, but it's not raising. Okay, so yeah, I'm just check. Okay, sorry. So I just, you can see, just flatten, but here I need to graft it again. Yeah, I think now I got it. Maybe. Yeah. I just use a preview, custom preview. Just increase a little bit of here. Okay. Yeah. So now I just use this curve and I'm just using Ctrl C, Ctrl V. Let get to post. So I'm just using Shift and creating this. Wait a sec. I need this in the above. Okay. So I'll just connect this over here. Okay. Okay. You can reduce a little. Okay. So now. Okay. So as I said before, I'm just Control C. I'm just using Control C, Control V. Now I'm just using the quad mesh over here. But here I'll change the value to make it a little bit interesting. Maybe I can reduce it. So I want to see the surface like inside on. Let's try something different. It's just it depends on the combination. It's up to you. So now you can see this has been created. So now I'm just going to surface again. I mean the first surface which created. I'm going to use quad panels again, but I'm just going to use the surface which has been created by isotrum. Now I'm just going to give the same value which I gave for this U and V. Now with this I'm going to convert it into simple mesh. Simple mesh. So using simple mesh I'm going to use mesh edit, messages. So I'm just using mesh edges, and from the naked mesh I'm just going to use curve, and from here you can see when I selected, you can see the edges have been selected. Now I'm just going to give pipe. Maybe I can reduce the radius, maybe 0.005. No, 0.005 is too much, less. 0.05. So this has been created. So you can see the facade has been done. So you can change whatever value you want to for different variations. So the video is done. I mean, the tutorial is done. So from this Friday, as I said before, we are going to post videos from the basic. Like, stay tuned. Watch more content on Grasshopper Rhino in our channel. So see you. Bye bye. See you on the next video.